So good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kindly send yes in the chat if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Okay, so that's great. So now I can see many of you have written yes. So that's great. So hello everyone, I am Shivam Gupta, Senior Innovation Engineer from STEM Robot Technologies, and you are watching our third session for the ATL Marathon training session. And this session is on circuit simulation. So like this is the third session and this would be the final session on this topic. So today we will be discussing about some more electronic components, right? How we can connect them together and we can form the connection. Okay. And before that, in case you have not watched our previous session and are new to our series, so you can go and check out our first and second session as well. Okay. So today we will be discussing about the component, and this component is the LED, a special type of LED. So students, if you remember in the previous session, I have asked you guys that there is a special kind of LED which can glow in multiple colors. Like if we use a single LED, like in our second and first activity for the sessions, right? We have used a single LED and that was of red color, right? But if I want to glow that LED in some other color, let's say I want to glow it in blue color or green color, so definitely it is not possible, right? But there is a special kind of LED which can glow in multiple colors, right? That means it will not just glow in red, but it can glow in blue, in green, and even you can mix them up, mix the colors. So students, can you name that LED? In fact, many of you have written in, like you have mentioned it in our social media pages as well. Like I have given you this as a question. So many of you have mentioned the answer in our post that was there on our social media pages, right? So any answer for that? Okay, well, that's good. So I think many of you are aware about this thing. So students, this is like the component is RGB, right? This the component is RGB LED. Now, can you like tell me the full form? Like what is RGB? Like you guys must have seen RGB somewhere written, right? Okay, very nice. So red, green, blue, right? That's good. Okay, so red, green, blue, that is the full form of RGB. And students, are you aware, like with the help of these three colors, you can form any color that you want. Like if you have like in the art classes, right? In our school, if you go to the art classes, if you are doing a painting, so there are, like you have studied, right? That there are three primary colors, red, green, and blue. And by mixing these colors, you can form other colors as well. Like if you mix red with blue, so you will get a purple kind of shade. If you mix, let's say, blue with green, so you will be getting some sort of like turquoise kind of color, right? If you just mention, if you place or if you mix red with, let's say, green color, right? So you will find a yellow kind of color, right? So that means you can mix multiple colors, right? You can mix these three primary colors together to form other colors as well. Okay, so this LED can do the same thing. Like, let me show you this LED, right? So here I have the LED. So I hope this is visible, right? So this is the RGB LED. Okay. And with this LED, you can glow multiple colors. Like you can glow it in red, you can glow this LED in green, in blue, in purple, right? You can mix different colors. Now, if you see this properly, so you can find that this LED is having 4 legs, right? There are 4 legs in this LED. Okay. And the length of the legs are different. Like if you just see it properly, let me just straighten them. So you will find that the three legs are of almost same length, but there is a leg or there is a pin, right? And it is taller in size, or it is, like you can say, one is longer as compared to the 3 others. So that is the LED. Like you can call it as the common pin of this LED. Don't worry, I will be explaining about this LED, like how it works, right? How you can form the connection. And today we will be performing it on the breadboard as well with using the real components. So we will be having a good idea like how these things actually work. So students, let's start with the Tinkercad platform, which will help us to understand properly how the how to form the connection. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, so here we have the circuits option, right? So we will be clicking on the circuit. Okay, now let's click here on create new circuit to form or to make a new circuit. Okay, so now we are ready. We can form, like we can start our circuit simulation, but like we have to design the circuit, right? So for that, we will be using a breadboard. So students, I hope you are practicing these things, right? And you are able to find the components, the hardware, whatever you want. Okay, so here we have the breadboards. We can use any of the breadboard, like the breadboard small, breadboard, this is the bigger one. And it's not at all different. Like if we just take the breadboard, right? Like I have taken this one. Okay, but if I just take this one, so it is similar, right? It's just that it is half in size. That's it. Okay, so don't get confused, like these are different boards, right? They are same. It's just that the size is half. The first one, the one at the top, it is smaller in size or half in size. Okay, so like we are having this board, this one, this breadboard. Okay, so I'll be using this one only. So now after that we can see the RGB LED. So you just need to type RGB and you will be able to find this one, the RGB LED. So students, if you just see here carefully, so you will see that yes, there are 4 legs. I have also shown you guys, right? There are 4 legs. Now, just see this. Here we have a red pin. Then this is cathode. Okay, just leave this one, the second pin. Okay, we will be discussing about it after explaining about the other pins. So then the here we have the blue color pin and the green color pin. So consider it in this way, like we have, let's say we have 3 different LEDs. Okay, and let's change the color of these LEDs. Like here we have blue and here we have green, right? We have 3 different LEDs. Now, see this. Here we have these 3 LEDs and we have 6 legs in total, right? If we just calculate the legs. Okay, so for zooming in, you can use the mouse, right? Like I am using the mouse wheel. So it would be really easy to just scroll the mouse wheel. Okay, and with that you can zoom in. Yeah, so now like we were talking about this, like if you calculate, if you count the total legs of these 3 LEDs, so it will give you 6 legs. Okay, now see this thing. Here we have 1 anode, 1 cathode. Similarly, 1 anode, 1 cathode. Okay. So here what's happening is we have combined the legs like this. I'm just giving you an idea like how this LED, this RGB has been formed. So basically what's happening here is that these 3 positive legs of the LEDs. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so let's combine this one. Okay, because right now this is a common cathode. Okay, so I'll be explaining about this thing. So students, see here, we have 3 cathode pins. Now we have combined them together. And because of that, now consider it as only 1 pin. Okay, and we have the other 3 pins which are anode. Okay, so if you calculate or if you count them now, so it would be like 1, 2, 3, and this combined leg, that is 4th. So now here we have the 4 different legs of the LED. Okay, so in this way you can understand it. So that means these 3 different LEDs are combined together and now we have this 4th, like we have this LED which is having 4 legs. So students, I hope this concept is clear to each and everyone. Because it will really help you to further understand the activity. Kindly type yes in the chat if it is clear. Okay, that's great. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, very nice. Fine. So now we can start with our activity, right? So we can just delete these LEDs. So today we will be using the RGB. Okay. So the circuit would be very much similar. Like if you are glowing an LED, so we require a battery, right? So from here we can take a battery. You can rotate it by clicking here on this icon, or even you can press the R alphabet key using your keyboard and you can place it here. Okay. Now we need a voltage regulator. So we have used voltage regulator 7805, or in easy language, you can just call it as 5-volt regulator. Okay, otherwise it is LM7805. So you can simply type it here. Okay. Now, I hope you all are aware the work of this 5-volt regulator is to reduce the voltage. So our power source, as of now, we are using it as like we are using a 9-volt power source. We need to reduce the voltage, right? So for that, we are using the 5-volt regulator. Now, the connections are simple. Like we can just take a wire from here and we can connect it like this. And let's change the color as well. Okay. Then let's take another wire and let's put it here and we will take it as black. Okay. So by providing the positive and negative supply or the wires that we have connected here, so we are providing the input voltage and we are providing the ground. Now from this output pin, we will be getting 5-volt as output. And we need to further use a resistor, right? So we have already discussed, we have discussed it in our previous session as well, that what is a resistor, what is the concept behind it, right? What is resistance, in fact? Okay, if you increase the value of resistance, so the current will reduce, right? So we have discussed about this. So now today we will be using it in this way. Like see, what I'll do is I will be placing it here. Okay, like in our previous activities, what we have done is we have directly connected it here, and then we have connected our let's say LED exactly below the leg or the terminal of the resistor. But today we will not do it in this way. What we'll be doing is we will be let's say we will be doing it like this. It would be better if I just connect it here, so you will be able to understand at what actually I'm doing. So like you can do it like this, and let me change the color. I'm taking it gray so that it will look as if this is a part of a resistor only, right? It is resistors leg, it is green color, so it will look like it is the resistor only, right? Not any other wire. So by doing this, what we have done is like we are getting 5-volt from here. Okay, we are getting 5-volt from the terminal 2. Now the 5-volt is flowing through the resistor, and like the 5-volt is across the resistor, and we are now getting the 5-volt here throughout this like this horizontal rail. Okay, now the benefit is, see, today we are not using just a single LED, we are using the RGB, and for glowing an RGB we require 2 to 3 different wires to glow it. Okay, let me show you. So you can take this, like here we have this RGB. Okay, let's place it here. Okay, now see what I will do. You just need to take a wire and connect it here. Like this is the red pin, right? And here you need to connect it like this. Now students, see, this is the cathode leg, and because of cathode we need to connect it here. Okay, so like this we have connected it. Now let's first try to simulate it. So students, you can see here that right now it's glowing, right? It's glowing in red color. Let's change the value of a resistor. Like right now it's 1 kilo ohm, and we need to increase, like we need to reduce the value right now. Like 1 kilo ohm is there. We can simply take 220 ohms, right? So because of that, what will happen is the LED will glow like it will be glowing in a good, like it will be bright, right? Earlier it was very dim, and that was because the value of resistance was 1 kilo ohm. So now if it is if it is in kilo ohms, so definitely it will reduce the value of current. Okay, so here it is glowing in red color. Now we have connected our wire through this red color only. Okay, now what if I don't want to glow the red color, but instead I want to glow some other color? Like instead of red, if I want to glow the blue color. For glowing the blue color, I can take a wire and I can connect it here. If you just see here, students, it's this wire, the one that I have connected just now, it is in the line where this blue color, blue pin of the RGB is connected. I hope it is clear, right? It is visible, right? So yeah, so Toish, like I am using the mouse. If you can see, I'm using a mouse here. We have the wheel, right? So by rotating the wheel, you can see I will be able to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so I hope it is clear now. Okay, great. So okay, so right now I have just connected this wire. Let me change the color for better understanding. So like let's take it as blue, right? Because with this wire we can actually glue blue color. Okay, now if you click on start simulation, so see, now we can glue blue color. Okay, and similarly, if I remove this wire and instead of that, if I just take another wire, I can connect it here, and let's change its color to green. And why green? Because here we are having this green color pin. Okay, so if you click on start simulation, so you can see that now we are able to glue the green color. And students, don't get confused, like you can take any color of the wire, or even you can just make the entire circuit using a same color wire. Like if you take red color here, so it doesn't mean that if you change, if whatever color you will take for the wire, the light or the LED will glow in that color. That's not the case. It's just that I'm taking the wires of different colors so that you can understand it properly. Okay. So like here I have used red color wire, but because I have connected it in the slot where the green color will glow. So definitely green color will glow. So doesn't matter what color you are using for the wire. Okay. So right now we have seen that how you can glow these kind of colors, right? So now let's try to do this activity using the real components, that is on our real breadboard using the real components. So I will be sharing my screen. Okay. So I hope the circuit is visible. And I'll do one thing, I will be making it up so that you all can see how to form the connections. Okay. So now the circuit is in full screen. Okay, so right now I'm removing all the wires. Okay, and right now you can only see that I have connected a battery, and here we have the voltage regulator and we have the resistor. Okay, so if you just see it properly, I hope you all are aware how to form the connections, right? Like here we have 3 pins of a voltage in a voltage regulator. The first pin has to be connected to the positive terminal of the battery. The second pin of the voltage regulator has to be connected with the negative terminal of the battery. And the third pin of the voltage regulator, it has to be connected with the resistor. So here we have the resistor. And now we will be connecting one leg of the resistor below the third leg of the voltage regulator. Right here you can see we have connected it. Okay, and the terminal 2 or the another terminal of this resistor, we will be connecting it here like this. Now because of this entire rail, the horizontal rail will have the 5 volt. Now from this rail we can take multiple wires, and with the help of it we can actually glue our RGB LED. So here we have the RGB LED, and students, as we have discussed, there are 4 legs. So the second leg of the RGB LED, the one which is longer in size, it is cathode, right? It is cathode. Now what we will be doing is we will be inserting this RGB in the breadboard. So I am just spreading its pins like this, and then I will gently insert it inside the breadboard so that all the legs are inserted carefully. So the breadboard may be a little bit tight, but don't worry, and make sure that you are not bending the legs. I mean, you need to properly insert them, right? So just make sure that all the legs are inserted properly. Now, we need to glow the LED. So let's try to glow the first color, that is red color. So for demonstration, I am using a red jumper wire, but you can use any color jumper wire. So the first terminal of this jumper wire, I will be connecting the first terminal here in any of a slot from the horizontal rail, and then I will be connecting it, the second terminal, to the first leg of RGB. I hope it is visible, right? Like we have the first leg, and below that leg, we are connecting the terminal of this jumper wire. Now, we will take another jumper wire and let's connect it to the second pin of our cathode pin, that is the second pin. Okay, and we will connect the other end of the jumper wire to the ground pin of our voltage regulator. So here you can see that we are able to glow the red color. Now let's try to glow other color. So here we will be using the blue color. Okay, we are using a blue color jumper wire to glow other color. So first I will remove this red color wire. And what I can do is I can take this jumper wire and I can connect it here like this. So I hope it is visible, right? I have just connected the terminal of this jumper wire in the same horizontal line in which I have connected the red color jumper wire. And now what I need to do is I just have to connect it. Okay, I have to connect it to the fourth leg of my RGB. So as you can see, this is the fourth leg of my RGB, and below that I have connected the terminal of this blue color jumper wire. And because of that, I am able to get blue color in this RGB. Similarly, we can glow the green color. For green color, I am using this green color jumper wire. So we can connect it in the same horizontal line, like we have connected the green color, like we have connected the red color and blue color jumper wire, and the other end to the third terminal. So students, right now this is green in color. Okay. So based on the pins, you can decide which color you want to glow. The concept is very much similar that you have performed in the previous activities. It's just that this is a special type of LED which can glow in multiple colors. And not just that, let me show you a very interesting thing. So right now we are glowing the green color. If we take a color wire, like let's say we have taken the blue color wire, and if I just connect it, so let's see what will happen. So students, can you see the color has been changed? Like right now it is green in color, but if I just connect the blue wire as well, so the color will change, the shade will change. So now we have formed the fourth color. Similarly, we can combine two different colors together and we can make different shades. And also we can form different color by even mixing all the three colors. So that we will see in the simulator. So I hope the concept is clear, that how to make the circuit, how to form the connections using the real components. So this is how you can form the connections. So students, now I will share my screen, and here in the Tinkercad screen, you can see that right now we are glowing this green color in our RGB. Now, if we take a wire and let's take the blue color, and if we click on start simulation, so you can see that now we are able to mix two different colors, right? And like this, you can mix multiple colors. So let's try. So let's say now we don't want the green and blue, but let's take the red and blue. So let's see what will happen. So see, here we have the purple color that is formed. Similarly, if we don't want blue color with red. And instead we want green color. So with that, we will be getting this yellow shade. Okay. And students, we can even mix all the three colors. But can you mention the name of the color that will be formed when we will be combining, when we will be connecting all the three wires, all the three colors? Okay, very nice. So I'm getting replies. And I want more replies, more answers from you guys. So quickly type it in the chat. Okay, very nice. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we will be getting the white color. Very nice. So many of you have replied it in the chat. Now let's try and see. There is the white color. Although right now it's not visible, but if I click on start simulation, so you will be able to see that right now the LED is not glowing, right? There is no color in it. But if I click here on start simulation, so you will be able to see that it is glowing, right? It is actually glowing. So like this, we can make several colors. So definitely, if you just count the number of colors, so we have formed 7 different colors using a single LED. Okay. And like right now we are just making this circuit using the breadboard, right? With the help of resistor and the LM7805, that is the voltage regulator. But if we are using Arduino, so you can make around 255 different shades. So that's really good. Okay. So the variation will be like, it will be of several different shades, like red color is there, but maybe, there are several shades of red color as well, right? So similarly, there are many other colors, and for them, you can find different shades and you can make them, right? If you are using Arduino, so you can actually form your own color. You just need to use the LED, the RGB LED, and with the concept of like we have pulse width modulation concept that we will be discussing, okay, in our upcoming sessions. And with the help of coding, definitely, right, you can form whatever color you want. Okay, so that is possible with the help of Arduino. But right now we have formed 7 different colors using the breadboard. Okay, so like this you can form multiple colors. So here you can see this is the circuit arrangement. Okay, so students, any doubt, anything that is not clear? You can mention, you can write it down in the chat in case if you have a doubt. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, so students, I hope this thing is clear, right? And definitely you can add the switches as well, right? You can add the switch in this activity and it will help you to form, or it will help you to mix up the colors easily. Like I'll just show it quickly, like how you can do it. So let's say we are using a slide switch. Okay, so I'll do this thing. Like I'll just shift it here like this. Here we have our RGB. Let me change its color. Okay. And let's take the black color here, that is the negative wire. Okay. So here you can see right now we have used the switch. Okay. So if you just click on it, so you will be able to change its color. I mean, you will be able to glow it. And by adding more switches, you can easily change the colors. Okay. So like right now you can add one switch with the blue color also. You can add another switch, then with green color, you can add the third switch. Now, if you want to mix two colors, so you can put two switches on and one switch off, right? If you want three colors to like you want to mix three colors, so you can keep all the switches on. Okay, so like this you will be able to mix the colors easily, right? You will not be required to delete or add a different wire every time. So that is the use of a switch. If you want to use it in this activity, it would be really great. Okay, so students, now let's discuss about our platform, that is Tinker Learning platform. So it's a very interesting platform, and with this platform you can actually learn how to make the circuits, right? Like today it was our third session that you have you are attending, and here you can find more circuits. You can find how to make the circuits. So here we have several other examples as well. And in case you want some sort of let's say written content, right? So that if in case you want to make the theory, you want to make the notes, so here you can find that content. So the name of the platform is tinkerlearning.com. I will be providing the link in the chat as well. Okay. And here with the help of this platform, you can find the courses, and we have categorized them according to your classes. Okay, so you just need to make the account. You need to register yourself, and after registering it, you will be able to use it. Okay, so here we have the courses for different classes, and like let's take an example of class 10th. So like let's say you are in class 10th, so you will be getting the course of class 10th, and in this course content you will be getting several topics, right? You will be getting several topics based on different technologies. Like here first of all we have the introduction of ATL and robotics, then we have the breadboard. So like you can see there are several topics that we have already discussed, like introduction of breadboard, LED glowing, right? RGB glowing. You can even refer our other topics as well, like LED brightness control, LED glowing with switch, 7 segments. So like there are so many different topics that you can go through and you can understand them more properly. Okay, so like this you can watch these topics. Then okay, so here we have the app develop here we have the topic for the app development as well. So like nowadays students are making their own apps and they are using it in their mobile phones, they are sharing it with their friends. Even you can do that, right? So from here you can learn how to make your apps. Even we will be having our separate sessions based on this topic, that is the mobile app development. So students, so keep watching our videos, right? So we will be having the topic that is app development as well. Similarly, we will be discussing about the 3D designing as well, right? Here we have the topics on 3D designing, and we will be having our classes on 3D designing as well. Similarly for the Arduino, okay? And here we have okay, so here we have the topic that is Python and artificial intelligence. So students, you can go through them, you can watch the videos, you can watch the documents, like whatever content, whatever topics you can see here, these are in the form of text and videos. Like there's a dedicated document that you can refer. Like if we just take an example of this one. So today, like we have discussed about RGB LED glowing activity. So you can click on it And if you want to watch, if you want to read the document, click on the document and you can find the information about RGB, how it actually works, right? Different type of LEDs. So a lot of different topic, a lot of content is there in the document as well. And in case if you are not able to glow the LED, the RGB LED, so you can refer this document as well. And students, also, like, our session is running live on YouTube. So like, if in case you want to watch this session again, so you can go to our YouTube page, you will be able to see the entire session that I have conducted today. So you can watch this entire session again and you can try to make your circuit work in case if it is not working, right? So like this, you can read the document. And similarly, if we want to see a video, so here we have the video as well. Okay, so this is the video. Okay, so students, you can use this platform as much as you want. This is free of cost. You don't need to pay anything, right? And also, like, we are conducting our sessions on a regular basis. So you can follow our social media pages, that is on Facebook, Instagram, right? Even we are on LinkedIn. So you can follow us from any of the page and you can stay updated with our upcoming sessions. Okay, so students, now, in case if you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Okay, I think, okay, right. So yes, so any doubt if you have, you can ask. Okay, that's great that there is no doubt. Okay, Toish, don't worry if your LED is not working. You can do one thing. You can watch the session again. Okay, you can watch this entire session on YouTube, right? So you just need to go to our STEM Robo page on YouTube. There you will find this session, this entire session. Okay, so you can watch it and you can see that which part you have, like, where is the mistake that you have made. Okay, so you need to find that thing. So when you will be watching that session again, you will be able to identify your mistake. Okay. Okay, so I think there is no doubt. So fine, so students, so we will be winding up the session for today. In case if you have any doubt, you can write it down in the chat session, in the comment, in the YouTube, right? In the comment section. So you can post your doubt and we will be answering it. Okay. So all right. So thank you everyone for joining the session. Have a nice day and keep tinkering.